announcement, and it's just myself that's recorded. So just start by settling into a comfortable position. I always mention that word of comfort, but it is I was going to say important, but important is not really the word I'm looking for, but it is just check in with yourself and see what that position looks like for you today. And then you can either allow your eyes to close or you can keep them open with a softened gaze. Just begin just by signaling to the body that you're entering that space of stillness by taking several long, deep breaths, breathing in fully and exhaling fully. It doesn't matter if this is through the nose or through the mouth or in through the nose and out through the mouth. It just sends a signal to your autonomic nervous system. Just allows it just to consciously sync with the breath. And then just allow the breath to find its own natural rhythm. Just bring your attention to noticing each in-breath as it enters via the mouth or nostrils, that coolness of the inhale just travelling down into your lungs, causing the belly to expand. And then notice each out breath as the body, the belly contracts and the air moves up through the lungs and back out through the nostrils or mouth. And there's no sort of counting. We're just observing and bringing an awareness to the inhale and the exhale. Just allowing our body to become heavy on the exhale. Just to notice any resistance within the body. And notice how the inhale feels different to the exhale. So you may experience this as coolness on the inhale as it enters the nostrils or the mouth. You might notice the coolness against the teeth, and then just warmth as you exhale. And the inhale presents to you an opportunity just to go deeply inward. Just beginning to let go of all of the little noises around you. And if you become distracted by the noises in the room, simply notice them and then bring your attention and intention back to the breath. Just simply breathe as you breathe, not striving to change anything about the breath. Not trying to control the breath in any way. Observe and accept your experience in this moment without judgment, paying attention to each inhale and each exhale. And if your mind wanders to plans or problems, just notice that your mind has wandered. Watch the thought as it enters your awareness as neutrally as you're able to in this moment. So don't strive to maybe achieve a past experience. Don't set that expectation for yourself. Just practice letting go of the thoughts. Just imagine it as a leaf floating down onto a stream, and then the stream just supporting the leaf and allowing the leaf to flow away. And just bring your attention back to your breath. Your breath just being your anchor into this moment, your guide, if you like. And you can return to what the guide is saying, what the breath is saying, over and over again. When you become distracted by your thoughts. And you might tune in and you might tune out. And that's okay. You don't need anyone's permission. To exist in this space at this time. You can just let go. And just feel the heaviness within the body. and the expansion on the inhale, and the contraction on the exhale. So the body just expanding on that inhale. You might notice the heart rate increase slightly on the inhale, and then come back down slightly on the exhale. Just resting and just reflecting what's all around us. And just notice when your mind has wandered. Just observe the type of thought that's hooked you in or distracted you. Noticing is the richest aspect of learning. With the knowledge, you can strengthen your ability to just distract from thoughts and mindfully connect to awareness. And just practice coming home to the breath with your full awareness. Just watching the gentle rise of the chest or stomach on the in-breath, and the relaxing, letting go on the out-breath. Maybe you have some pain or some discomfort that's distracting you. Maybe just some twitching of a nerve or an itch that just immediately draws your attention. You might also notice that feelings arise as well to distract you. Perhaps sadness or happiness, frustration, contentment. Again, just acknowledge whatever comes up for you, including thoughts or stories about your experience. And that is the practice, just simply noticing where your mind went without any judgment, without pushing it away, clinging to it, or wishing it to be different. Simply reframe the mind And just guide your attention back to your breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. Just mindfully being present with each moment. And just feeling how each part of the body feels. So just feeling how the very top of the head is feeling. Perhaps the hair or the skin at the top of the head, and the temples, the forehead, the eyebrows, the center between the eyebrows, the bridge of the nose, and the very tip of the nose, both nostrils, the cheeks, the ears, the back of the head, perhaps supported by the surface on the sofa or chair. The top lip and the bottom lip, the lower jaw, going down through the throat to the collarbone, being aware of the small nodule in the center of the collarbone, and then both sides of the collarbone, extending to the shoulders and the arms, coming down to the elbows and the wrists, the hands, the palm of each hand, along with the thumbs and the fingers, the backs of the hands, back up to the shoulders, and coming down to the center of the chest, coming down through the upper abdomen to the navel, and just checking in and relaxing all of those tummy muscles, and just allowing that weight to sink down into the pelvis and the hips, feeling the support that's given to you by the surface, by the chair or bed or floor that's holding you. And just coming down into the thighs and the knees, the calves, the ankles, to the top of the feet, and the big toes and toes, feeling the balls of each foot, just coming up through the back body, through the back of the heels, the calves, the space at the back of the knees, back of the thighs, the back of the hips, that lower back feeling supported, the mid back and shoulder blades coming up in that space between the shoulder blades to the neck, the back of the head, and finishing at the very top of the head where we started, acknowledging the whole body, just in practice, breathing, just connecting with that inhale and exhale. Seeing yourself in your mind's eye, the whole body in the room, and just becoming aware of any sounds that are inside of the room, either close to the body or perhaps creaking on the window pane, or an animal breathing, and just orientating yourself into the room and just imagining what's about your personage, what's positioned in relation to your breathing body, and just bringing some movement into the body, maybe the extremities, the hands, or even the elbows, just wiggling, maybe the knees or the feet. And bringing the eyes to a very gentle open with a downward gaze, or maybe blinking them, just gradually and softly seeing that what you imagined was around you is in fact around you, and you are orientated into the space that you imagined through that veil when your eyes were closed. And just taking that time to come back and to just go about the rest of the day. So just to let you know that the voice will go in a minute when I stop the recording.